Imagine waking up in the Dark Ages, expecting a day of chivalry and feasting, only to find yourself in a world where survival is a full-time job. Your day starts with a cold splash of reality, literally. Bathing is for royalty, saints, and people with death wishes, because standing around naked in cold water is basically asking to get pneumonia. Soap isn't even a thing yet. Not unless you count lye mixed with pig fat, which kind of smells like regret and bacon. Good luck brushing your teeth too. Toothbrushes won't be invented for another 500 years, so dental hygiene involves either chewing on sticks or just not. People lose teeth before they lose their baby fat, and gingivitis is considered a normal part of growing up. Also, no deodorant, no shampoo, and the only way to dry yourself off is to just sort of air dry and hope the lice don't notice. Breakfast is a crusty slab of rye bread, maybe dipped in ale or watery gruel if you're fancy. No eggs Benedict, no oat milk. Just calories in the form of ancient carbs that taste like defeat. Most peasants lived off something called pottage, a sad, perpetually boiling stew that could have roots, cabbage, maybe a rat if you're living large. Spices? Too expensive. Sugar? Not even a thing yet in Europe. This meal might be the only thing you eat all day, unless you find a turnip or kill a neighbor and take his. And don't forget, your food's probably served in a wooden bowl that's been passed down since your great-great-grandpa's plague days. So enjoy your meal and your splinters. Hope you like manual labor, because you're about to spend 14 hours breaking your back in a field just to not die. If you're a peasant, which you are, congrats, you work the land for a lord who gives you protection, which basically means you'll be the first to die when his enemies show up. You plow using oxen, not tractors. You harvest using sickles, not combine harvesters. And your boss pays you in exposure, meaning he doesn't expose your intestines to the outside world. If you're lucky, you might be allowed to keep a small portion of the harvest. If not, it's famine time, baby. The rest of your life is just mud, sweat, and involuntary bone growth from malnutrition. You get a paper cut? That's a week of praying to 4 different saints. A fever. Better call the village barber, who is also the dentist, surgeon, and a part-time exorcist. Medicine is based on the 4 humors, which is basically just medieval astrology but for blood. Doctors might bleed you with leeches or cut open a vein because they think you're too full of yellow bile. Germ theory doesn't exist. They think diseases are caused by bad air or sin, so you might be prescribed boiled owl meat or a pilgrimage to Rome. Oh, and don't even think about getting surgery. Anesthesia was just bite this stick and scream into the void. Sun's going down, and electricity won't be a thing for another 800 years, so it's bedtime at 6 p.m., unless you want to burn your only candle for the week. Watching drunks fall into open sewers, listening to the town crier yell about taxes, or joining an angry mob accusing old women of witchcraft. Literacy rates are in the toilet. Most peasants couldn't read their own name, so books are just paper bricks that rich monks argue over. If you're really feeling social, there's always the public executions, which were like the Super Bowl, but with more dismemberment. And if you're extra unlucky, the Inquisition might decide you're a heretic because you sneezed weird. So yeah, good luck lasting 24 hours in the Dark Ages. You're unwashed, underfed, overworked, and constantly at risk of being murdered by bandits, plagues, or your own immune system. And just when you think you're getting the hang of things, the village priest declares your iPhone a tool of Satan and has you burned at the stake. If you somehow make it to day 2, you're either a miracle or already dead, and they just haven't noticed yet.